Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about planners. Every time I ask for suggestions for video ideas or blog post ideas, one of the top suggestions I get every single time is to ask if I will talk about my planner and if I like my planner, how I use my planner, what planner do I use. I get questions about it all the time. And it really cracks me up because it's like kind of, I don't know, we're just talking about planners. It's not that great of a, that interesting of a subject, but I will admit that I really enjoy every once in a while going and watching other people's videos or reading other people's blog posts about planners. I think it all kind of boils down to the fact that how we spend our time really is how we spend our life. And so it's interesting to see how people schedule their time. So I've used in the past 2 years 3 different planners, and the first one was Emily Lay's Simplified planner, and I thought I had kept it. I used that for the calendar year of 2016, and I thought I had kept it, but apparently I didn't. So I was going to use it in this video, but I don't think I have it anymore. I just went through all the places in my house where it would be, and it's not in any of those places. So anyway, but I will, as I'm talking about it, I'll be able to pop in pictures because I took pictures. I wrote a blog post about that planner. Before I start, because it's funny, people really love the planners that they love, and like, you do you, girl. Whatever works for you is so great for me. I'm just sharing what works for me. So don't think that I'm like putting down anyone else or their preferences. I'm just talking about like why I use what I use and how that works. So I started with Emily Lay's Simplified Planner in 2016. And when I started using it, I had just come off of a season of working in a role where I managed over 100 volunteers, and I had volunteer meetings as well as team meetings and corporate company meetings all day long. And the way that that planner is laid out, and I will insert a picture here, is that I believe on the left-hand side of the planner is a time slot for the full day, and then on the right hand side is a to-do list area, and then at the bottom is kind of like a dinner section, I think. And so I wasn't actually working at that job anymore when I bought this planner, but I had just come off of a season of lots of scheduling every moment of my day because I always had many different meetings with volunteers, plus company meetings, team meetings, lots of events. It was a job that was not, no day was the same. And so because of that, I'm like, oh, well, this planner will be perfect, not thinking that I wasn't working there anymore. And so what ended up happening was, as I used that planner, although I really did like it, I came to realize that I didn't really ever use the time slot section because once I got that planner, I was working for myself. I was building my blog and I was trying to walk this entrepreneurial path, which I have shared about in my How I Became a Full-Time Blogger video. So I will link that above if you're interested in watching that to learn more about that whole journey and, whatever. So basically, my days were my own. I didn't have a boss at that time. I still don't. And I didn't have meetings at all or appointments like at all. And so I had it and I was trying to use it and I was trying to schedule out my time, but it just seemed really arbitrary and just kind of like over the top for what I needed it to be because I was like scheduling like take a shower, eat breakfast, like go to the grocery store, work on this. And the reality was, it wasn't that critical that I was spending my time in those exact time blocks because I wasn't meeting with people and I didn't have meetings in that way. And so anyway, so that didn't work for me. So by the end of 2016, I was like, I'm not going to use that one anymore. It's, been fun while it lasted, but it's just not the right fit for me. I know that I run my days based off of the to-do list because working from home, I'm doing all kinds of things, managing the home, things like laundry, dishes, grocery shopping, meal planning, cleaning, all that kind of stuff. And then I'm also doing everything for my business, which at that point, back in the Emily Lay Simplified Planner days, I was just blogging, and now I have a blog, I have this YouTube channel, but then even more time consuming than either of those things are my blogger mentorship program and my Etsy shop. And so with all of that, I every day have several different to-dos in each of those categories, plus all of my home stuff, plus any like scheduling things. So I wanted something that was a little bit more of a to-do list style, or would have more space for a to-do list rather than time slots, because that just didn't suit my schedule and kind of my life. And so I bought a Erin Condren life planner. And this is just like a beautiful planner. I loved choosing my cover. I just loved it. I just thought it was so beautiful, and I used it for quite a while. And the way that I used it kind of changed. So in the beginning, you can see, here's a very typical spread. I just had like tons of to-dos. Tons and tons of things written down, of things that I needed to get done. And so I really was using it as like a to-do list, and I was trying to just put everything that I needed to get done on here. And I started to use these little colored stickers to kind of, you know, say when things were due. And I was really trying to kind of make it work. And so this was, I think this was in January. Yeah, this is the very beginning of the year. And so this was working great for me. So then we started going on, and I started buying these sticker packs from a Etsy shop called Pretty Sheepy, and I will link it below. And I love Disney. If you follow my channel, you probably know I really love Disney, and this was a fun kind of like low-key way that was only for me and just my enjoyment to kind of add a little bit of Disney into like my day-to-day life. And so I started buying sticker packs for each week. Not like the full packs that are like 20 or 30 bucks. Like I'm not spending that kind of money. These are like $3, and they just have like a little bit of a few stickers. So this one was like a Cinderella week. You can see. I'm hoping that there's not any personal information. I don't think so. I wouldn't really put that in a planner. So I started kind of doing that a little bit more. So here's another sticker pack. This one's not Disney. This was for Valentine's Day. You can see there's like heart stickers, and there's a few different little cute stickers. So I was doing that. And then, so I was doing that basically for a while. And I thought it was really fun. And it was like working like pretty well for me. And I was, you know, kind of working out, but I just felt like I still didn't have enough room to write all the to-dos that I wanted to write down. And so there are like some weeks where I wasn't really using it at all, or just using it like a little tiny bit, because I ended up just having these separate to-do lists for each day. And so I wasn't using my planner as much. And so that continued on for a few months, and I was kind of like, dang it, I wanted this to work out. And so here's like where I have like a Rapunzel sticker sheet, but you can see I'm just not using the planner all that much. There's all this white space because I was creating my own to-do list that kind of were supplemental, because this was just not working out. So by the time summer came, I kind of got back into it. Here's one of my favorites. This one's Moana. I love Moana. And I was like really trying to give it a good shot, because I had invested in this planner and I wanted to make it work. But then throughout all of August, most of July, all of August, and all of September, I didn't use this book at all. And that was so sad to me, because it's just such a beautiful book, and it would work so well for some people. So here's like an empty spread. You can see there are 3 for each day. This one's the vertical one, and so there's 3 different spots. So you could put like either morning, noon, and like afternoon and night, or you could do like personal stuff, work stuff, kids stuff. There's some spots at the bottom. You could do dinners. There's like a little to-do list area on the side. But if you think about it, one day's to-do list is just this. Or one day's space to write is just that little thin kind of space. And so it just wasn't enough room. It just wasn't enough room, because although with my blogger mentorship program, I now have usually at least 1 Skype meeting. I had like 3 Skype meetings yesterday. Like I usually have at least 1, if not more. I, aside from that, have just a few things every week. If you've been following my Rooted series, you know it's been hard to get plugged into the community here. It's not like I have all kinds of social events that I'm going to. There are a few, like we go to Bible study on Thursday nights, and I do like this workout class on Wednesday night. So like there's a few things, but they're every week. I know that they're coming and all of that. So here's my solution. Here's what I have done. This is the best planner that I have found. It works so well for me. The first day I used it, I couldn't wait to film a video on it, but I wanted to give it time. So I've been using it for 3 weeks now, and It's just exactly perfect. It's exactly what I needed. It suits me so well. So here is the deal. I love having a virtual calendar because I like having, I like on my phone having a notification come up. I have it set on my iCal that I use on my iPhone. The notification comes up 1 hour and 30 minutes before an event. So I get a ding alert on my phone, like chiropractor in 1 hour, chiropractor in 30 minutes. And so that is so helpful to me to kind of break my focus and remember that I need to like go get ready to go to the chiropractor and get myself together for that. Or if I have a Skype meeting with someone and it says, you know, meet with one of my mentees, then I know that I need to go online for the hour before and prepare for that meeting and get ready to speak with that person. If it's a big event or if it's like a big travel thing or anything like that, that's we're going out of town or anything like that, then I'll have it like alert me 2 days beforehand. And so anyway, I just really like the alert feature. I also like that I always have my phone with me. There's no way in the world I will ever have something this large with me. I know some people carry big bags. I have a really bad back. I have scoliosis. I'm never going to carry something that's heavy and large like this. I'm just never going to, I can't do that physically. And so having my phone with me is, I always have my phone with me, and so it's just really easy. When I'm at church and I'm talking to a couple of my friends and they're like, hey, let's get coffee on Tuesday afternoon, I can pull up my calendar, make sure I don't have any Skype meetings, make sure I don't have any appointments. I can put it in there. It's in there. It will remind me. I don't have to, it just works for me. I really like writing some things down, but as far as calendaring, this works great. I also love that I have every one of my friends and all of my family's birthdays and all of their anniversaries in my phone, and I have it in, like, you can color code it, and so they're all yellow, and I have them set to renew annually, and so the event every year, it comes up and it says it's so-and-so's birthday, it's so-and-so's anniversary, that kind of thing, and it's great. It just works perfectly for me. So let me see if I can find, okay, so like here is, let's see if we can get this to focus. Oops, so sorry. So here was this Monday. I had 3 different Skype meetings and a haircut. And so during the day, my phone just was dinging to let me know when I needed to go to those different things. And it worked out really well. Then yesterday, it was my mom and dad's anniversary, and so that popped up as an all-day event, and so I remembered to call them, and I always check my calendar before the week, so I actually had already sent them a card. I also had a chiropractor appointment, and I was going and hanging out and getting coffee with a friend, so that's on there too. And so that's how like every day kind of looks, and I have different things going on, and like for the recurring events, like for the Bible study every Thursday, that's a recurring event on my calendar, so it comes up every Thursday. All in all, for me personally, having a digital calendar, it's synced on my desktop, it's synced on my iPad, it's synced on Riley's desktop, his iPad. We have the same calendar, so it's synced to his phone. It just works for us. It works so well for us. We're not relying on a paper calendar, trying to track that down. He knows when I'm Skyping, which is so helpful because like you saw, I'm Skyping with my mentees a lot. It's a big part of the program, and it's frustrating for him if he's trying to get in touch with me and I'm not Skyping, and it's frustrating for me if I'm Skyping. I don't think I said that right. It's frustrating for him if he's trying to get in touch with me and I am Skyping, and it's frustrating for me if I am Skyping and he's constantly texting or calling me because I can't respond because I'm with somebody. And so it just works really well because he can look and see when it just works great. And when he's like, even if he's like, he and his friends love to go see movies, so a lot of times if like a movie's coming out, they'll plan to go see it together, and so he'll put that on our calendar, you know, on this Thursday, on this Saturday, whatever. And so when I'm looking at our week, I know it's just great. It's just great. I love having a virtual calendar. I love the reminder feature. I love the color coding feature. I love that it's synced with all my devices and all of my husband's devices. It works. So once I just came to terms with that, because I do like the idea of a paper planner, and I do love the idea of having it all written down, but once I came to terms with the fact that the way that my day-to-day life goes and our schedule goes, we need to have it virtual. That's what works for us. So once I was like, okay, we don't need to think about the calendar anymore, but I do need a day-by-day, I want to write down something every day of what I'm doing, I ordered this. And this is from Erin Condren. It's much thinner than the Life Planner. And it is literally a notebook. Can you see that? There you go. It's just a notebook. What I love about this is that I am a huge snob about paper, and it's really thick, really high quality paper, because my favorite pen are these, I think it's called, Pilot Precise V5s. That's my favorite pen. And it has, this is the kind of tip it has. And this will bleed through a lot of papers, but it does not bleed through this. So I really like it. So the idea that I had, I thought if I order this, it's still this beautiful, I got to choose my little cover, I put my name on the front. I don't know. I feel like if you're going to use something every day, you might as well like it. That's kind of just my thought on it. So even though I could have, stapled together loose leaf or something, I wanted something pretty. And I wanted it to be bound, so it was kind of like a planner. So this is how I have been using this, and I love it. It is so perfect. In combination with the virtual calendar, this is so great. So what I have been doing is every day, let me open this up. I make a to-do list on here. So every day I write the date at the top, and some days have big, huge to-do lists, and some days have small ones. And I combine Saturday and Sunday, so it's just like a weekend to-do list. And this is what I've been doing for weeks now. And you can see, like, here's a Saturday and Sunday to-do list. So it's really long. And then, like, here's a Friday one, much shorter. So this just works so well for me. It is so great. Because what I do is I actually have it laying out on our kitchen counter is like dual height, and there's like kind of like a bar area, but it's pretty thin, and I keep it there, and I keep it with a pen on top of it, and it just lives there all the time. I don't take it to my desk, I don't take it to my bedroom, I don't take it anywhere. That's where it sits. So every night, every like week, I go through and I write the days of the week at the top. So here's today, I already have tomorrow, and there's already a few to-dos on that. I already have Friday, I don't have any to-dos yet, and then I have Saturday and Sunday, and I have a couple of to-dos on there already. And then once Saturday and Sunday come along, I will write, Monday through Saturday and Sunday of the following week. It just is great. I write down things like here's today. So I wanted to remember to wish my friend from college happy anniversary. So I literally just wrote that down because I checked my calendar, and it is their wedding anniversary today. And so I wanted to remember to call her to do that, so I wrote that down. I had packages I need to mail. I had a letter I needed to mail. That's all written down. I wanted to wash a load of laundry, fold a load of laundry, and put a load of laundry away, and so I make that 3 separate to-dos because that just works for me. Unload dishwasher. I have things like take a shower and blow dry hair on here because it's a part of something I need to get done today, like it's just, it just works for me to have that on there. I really like crossing things off. I have Prep Friday's blog post. I have post this link in this Facebook group. I have all different kinds of things. And so what I do is that when I write down all the days of the week, I just make my calendar events to-dos for the week. So tomorrow I have like Skype at 11 a.m. And Bible study at 7 p.m. is written in tomorrow's list. So I will cross those off as I accomplish those, while also including all of my home to-dos, all of those things I was just talking about: laundry, cleaning, dishes, meal planning, grocery shopping, cooking, whatever, all of that home stuff, plus all of my work stuff, blogging stuff, YouTube stuff, blogger mentorship stuff, Etsy stuff, answering emails, working with sponsors, all of that. And it just suits my life because I can just put them all together. I can put them all in this one notebook, and it just lays out there, and all day I go and check on it and see what the next thing would hard to speak. What would be a good next step? Like, what would be a good next thing? I like this for so many reasons. One reason I really like this is because I determine my own schedule, and time management for anyone is challenging. And I feel like I've gotten a pretty good hold of it, but this has been so helpful in time management because it allows me flexibility so I don't feel like I'm in a box. I don't feel like every morning I have to do this from this time to this time. I'm able to see what the things I need to do are, and then I can base it on my mood. So if I'm having a really low, sleepy morning, then maybe I'll just do things around the house, not creative things, but just things around the house. So maybe I'll just do a few loads of laundry, I'll mop the kitchen floors, I'll wipe down our bathrooms, like something like that. Or if I am feeling really creative and I jump into work and I work all morning, and then maybe it's the early afternoon and I see on my list that I need to go grocery shopping that day, but I want to get out of the house, and that sounds like a good thing. And so I'm able to kind of piece together my day based on kind of what I feel like doing while also getting done what I need to get done. So it just works really well for me. So it's kind of it's not really a planner, but it's kind of like these two things together are perfect for me. I have my calendar and my alerts, and then I have my day-to-day to-dos and lists. That's not a word. Lists. Yep, that's a word. And so that's what I've been doing. And like I said, I started it in September. I have loved this. I see this working for a while, and once it doesn't work anymore, if that day comes, I will switch it up. I'm all about just finding what works for you. But this has helped me stay on task, and because I love crossing things off lists, I will not go to bed until my whole list is crossed off. And so there have been so many times where it's like 9 p.m., I'm pretty sleepy, I just want to get in bed, and I'll have on my list to like fold a load of laundry and package up these Etsy orders, and I will get up and I will do it because I want to cross it off before I go to bed, because I'm very motivated to want to cross all my stuff off so I can start fresh the next day with a fresh list. If I don't cross anything off, of course, I just do it the next day and I'll go back, but I like to have it all done. So that is my planner, basically my cell phone and my iCal and everything, all the devices that goes on. That's my calendar, and then this book is my kind of daily tasks. If you have any questions about this, I would love to answer them for you. I will put a link below to the Emily Lay Simplified Planner I talked about earlier, to the Life Planner, and to this notebook. I will also put my referral code below for Erin Condren, and I think it gives you $10 off, and it gives me $10 towards a future purchase. So if you want 10 bucks off, you can go and grab that. I would appreciate it too, because then I can get another one of these later. What do you use for a planner? Fill me in. It's so personal. It's like how your life is pieced together that's how your planner would be. And so not one thing could suit everyone, but I just wanted to share what's been working for me, maybe give you an idea if you've been trying to find something that would work for you. But I would love to hear, are you like an all digital planner person, an all paper planner person? Have you used any of these different kinds of planners that I've shared today, or what works for you? Would love to hear from you. Thanks so much for watching this video all about planners. I hope this answered your questions if you've been wondering, and I will see you guys soon. Bye guys.